got a pod review for you, and it's a little bit different because I've got these Halo pods. A subscriber said that he'd seen them online and wanted to know if they were any good. And they're supposed to be environmentally friendly pods, so they're completely biodegradable. You can put them into compost, and all the packaging as well can go into compost, and they're supposed to degrade in about as little as 4 weeks, and the packaging in as little as 90 days, I think. But they're not cheap. They're about, if you buy them individually, like just one pack, it's a £10, but you have to spend £35 to get free delivery from the website. They do worldwide delivery. Whether it's free worldwide delivery, I'm not sure, but they're a UK-based company. But I bought these two. I managed to pick up, I was fortunate, I went searching on eBay and I managed to get both packs for £10 delivered to me. But they're obviously, the shelf life's running short on them. Now, shelf life, they have like about a 9-month shelf life on them. And these obviously running out soon, so I thought I'd better crack on and do the video. And I'm also quite happy because I thought I was getting 2 of the same packs. They're called, I've got one called Pacamara, and then we've got the Ristretto option. So they've sent me 2 different ones, the guy who was selling them, so I'm happy about that. So let's get them opened up, and we'll see. The most important thing, we'll look at the packaging of the pod, but most importantly, we'll see what they taste like, with and without milk. So as I say, this is obviously to keep the air out, but apparently that can be chucked in compost as well, as can all of this packaging too. So let's open them up and see what they look like. Be careful with them at £1 a pod. You can get a subscription where you pay £29 and then you get 40 pods for £29, but it's on subscription basis that. So these are the pods. Apparently it's paper based, it says on the website, but it says that they're paper based, but it's from the byproduct of the sugarcane industry, and that's what they're made of. It's like some sort of a waste product from the sugarcane industry. So this one I've opened up here is the and have a look at the packaging. Is the Pacamara one. It's quite a nice little box, isn't it? Quite nicely packed together. If we just have a look at that. But do they work in the machine? And do they taste good? Now this Pacamara one gave me some details on the side. It just says, if you can see there, it's got plum, passion fruit, nutmeg, grapefruit and blackcurrant. That's the sort, and it's a single origin pod is this one. So let's whack it in the machine and see how we get on. I'll try it as an espresso first. So seems to pierce okay. Let's see how it comes through. Nice rich dark coffee, that, isn't it? Well, it's not overly dark, but it looks alright. There's not a huge crema on it, but I suppose it all depends what it tastes like. Some of them don't have as thick a body as others, do they? So I'll just have a little taste of that. It is, yes. It's very, very different. I said this, didn't I, about the illy pods the other day. It's what does it say it's supposed to have in it? Let's have a look. Plum, passion fruit. It's very flavourful. I'm not going to say I'm like I say, I'm not an expert. I'm not a coffee cupper, but it is. I'm just having a little taste. It is flavourful. You can get those sort of that nutmeggy feel, that nutmeggy taste coming through it. I'll just try one with a bit of milk, and we'll set the Aerochino going. I'll tell you what. I'll just put it on that setting. While that's going, I'll just pour another one out. I've not had, I'll be honest, I said this with the illy one last week, that I've not tasted one with such a deep flavour before, but not overly bitter. I've actually not tasted one as sort of fruity as that before, I don't think. So that's quite good. I'll just put another shot in now. You could try it with milk. It has got stuck there, and I think that's because it's paper based, but I'll show you the pod after. It did mention on the website that they might get stuck because it expands a little bit after use because it's a paper based product. Let's try it with milk. Nice coffee that though, it's different. So that's the Pacamara one we're trying now. I do like to try them with milk because they sometimes lose their flavour when you put milk in them, these pods. Still lingering on my tongue, you know, the taste of that. It's I'm wondering which flavour it is that's coming through, but certainly glad I tried them. There's a little video on the website. If you go on the website, it shows about how the pods degrade compared to other pods. Because let's face it, recycling's great, and we try and encourage people to do that through Nespresso and through other services. But a lot of these pods, sadly, they do end up just in the bin, don't they, and in landfill. So that's what these are trying to solve, really, is saying, look, you can put these pods just in your bin, you can put them in your compost, and equally, they said you can even plant seeds in them if you want to be adventurous. Plant some seeds, like strawberry seeds in them, grow strawberries out of them. But I'm not going to try that on video because it might take a while. Yeah, just very, very, it's kept its flavour. It has kept its flavour in the milk. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll pause the video now before we do the second one. I'm going to let my wife have a little taste and see what she thinks. She might taste those flavours coming through more than I can, the actual foodie sort of flavours. But we'll see what she thinks. I'll be back in a minute with the other one. Right, so actually, before we quickly move on to the Ristretto, I'm quite excited to try that now. My wife just tasted this, and I tasted it again off camera, because I didn't want to go, when you first taste something, you get a bit carried away, can't you, sometimes? But she, as soon as she drank that, she's like, that's amazing. Like, that is something special, that's really nice. And I agree, like, I've never had a coffee like that before, where the flavours come through so much, like the nutmeg, earthy kind of flavours, but not like a Robusta coffee, not like a bitterness, not that kind of earthy, but sort of that nutmeg. And she said, I think her words were, it's like you're drinking a food. And I've never had a coffee like that, so I'm really pleased with that one. Can recommend that Pacamara if you give it a try. They're not cheap, £1 a pod, but it works out cheaper if you get the subscription, doesn't it? And like I say, I bought these myself. They haven't sent them to me or anything like that. It kept its flavour in the milk, so we're both really happy with that. She mentioned, is the Everchino broke? It didn't send out all the froth. It's just that I put it on. I didn't put it on the extra froth set. It was just standard froth. But I only poured a bit of the milk out from the bottom, so all the froth's still left inside there. It's not broken, don't worry. But we'll just wash that out now, and I'll come back and we'll look at the Ristretto, see if it's as good as that one is. Right, so before we quickly move on, that was obviously a very good experience with these pods. I'm going to try and quickly show you just the packaging on the inside, because I feel it's worth it, just so you can see what's in there. Plum, passion fruit, nutmeg, grapefruit and blackcurrant. Coffee from Colombia, so it's a Colombian coffee, hybrid between the Pacas and the Maragall, I can't even say that word, varietals. First grown as a spontaneous mutation. And it's, the regular coffee capsules are difficult and expensive to recycle, so most of them end up in landfill. Halo's innovative sugarcane and paper pulp capsules are 100% compostable, so wherever they end up, they won't be there long. And it also says the insert is printed on an offcut of the box your coffee is packaged in. So just really trying to do things right, aren't they? And I'll be taking good care of those at £1 a pod. Well, I didn't pay that, it ended up 50p a pod, didn't it? But I won't be wasting any, let's put it that way. So let's move on to the Ristretto then. Try and get this one open. See if we have a similar experience. I'll pour it as an espresso because I think most people will do that. If you're desperate for me to try it as a Ristretto, I can do another video. Let's have a quick look at this card. So chocolate, caramel, stone fruits, dried currants, and this is a blend of distinct South American and Ethiopian coffees, Colombian, Brazilian, all sorts in there. If you want to read that, obviously you can pause this, zoom in a little bit, but I'll crack on now and make the Ristretto. So that pod's dropped through fine this time, no problems there. Pierced okay, let's have a look. I'll just get this warming up, and while I'm doing that, it gives me an opportunity just to show you the pierced pod. It doesn't look very good, but it's environmentally friendly. It's pierced nicely on the back though, you can see why it's come through alright. Hasn't pierced great on the front, but the coffee tasted good, so can't really complain. Maybe that's why the crema didn't come through as it should though, if it didn't pierce quite as it should. Put that back in there for now. But they are compostable. Right, ristretto. I've put it in. Let's try it as an espresso. Well, that didn't fall off. So again, not a really thick crema, but it's a nice rich colour, isn't it? So let's try this ristretto now. That one's definitely creamier. I don't find it as much of a kick as that one, fruity wise, but it's got a nice, it's got a similar taste coming through. I'm wondering if it's a certain coffee that's in there that's giving it a similar taste. I'll let my wife try it again off camera in a second. If we just get this Aerochino going. In fact, while that's whizzing up, we'll pause. I'll get my wife to try it and we'll come back. Yeah, so my wife's just tried it off camera and she agrees that there is a similarity between the two pods. I don't know if it's like a distinctive sort of flavour that they're going for from that company. So we'll just try it with milk now. It's still nice though, it's just, again, it's quite an earthy flavour. We'll put a bit of milk in it and we'll see what it tastes like with that. Obviously it won't be to everyone's taste, will it? I can only give my opinion as to how I feel about it. But if you're looking for the environmental benefits, then I would say certainly worth giving them a try. And they do offer it says a money back guarantee, but it says on unopened boxes. So if you order a subscription of 4 boxes, you can return 3 of them if you're not happy. But you know, check that with them beforehand. I don't want to make any promises that the company, if I've misunderstood something from the company. Again, I'll try and put a similar amount of milk in. Again, just to prove all milk's on, all the frost's left on top. That's not the extra frost setting. The Aerochino 4, we have a review of that on the channel if you'd like to look at that. Still nice, it's got that similar flavour. See, I find that must be nutmeg coming through in that because it tastes a lot more nutty. I find that one a little bit smoother, but still very pleasant to drink. A distinctive taste on both coffees though, and I don't know whether, like I say, that's something that's distinctive to this company, but I will be drinking them. I don't see any of these going to waste, and I'd like to try others as well, and I probably will try and get hold of some others at some point. Hope you found that useful. Let me know if you've tried them in the comments, if you like them, if you've thought about trying them, and if you found this helpful. Please give the video a like if you have found it helpful. And also subscribe to the channel. Check out our other compatible pod reviews. Any questions, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hit the notification bell. Bye for now.